It's crazy to think that in 2023, my business crossed the seven-figure mark, doing $188,000 in revenue just last month in August alone. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I got here. I'm not sharing this to brag, I'm not doing this to flex, but rather to show you that it's possible. I wasn't some genius engineer or a tech prodigy like Musk. I simply learned how to leverage my skills in ways most engineers don't. And today I'll walk you through the exact steps that I took. This video is broken down into three key parts: how I landed my first six-figure job while still in university, how I started and scaled my business, and last but not least, the key takeaways to help you do the exact same. This all started in university when I realized my strategy of mass applying to jobs was getting me nowhere. I was just shooting in the dark, applying to any tech role that seemed to offer a good salary. But that approach failed, and that's when I developed a better, more structured plan, one based on the SMART framework. The first thing I did was get clear on exactly what I wanted. Instead of applying to all sorts of roles, front-end, back-end, full-stack, DevOps, whatever I could find my hands on, I decided to focus on one specific kind of job. I knew I wanted a role in a company where I could work directly with the founding team, learn about building products, and make an impact. I also got clear on the salary I was aiming for and the type of projects I wanted to work on. By defining what I was looking for, I was able to eliminate distractions and focus my efforts on the opportunities that truly aligned with my goals. Next, I made sure I could measure my progress. I set a goal to apply to one highly targeted job each day. But here's the key: I didn't just submit a generic resume. For each job, I crafted a completely personalized resume and cover letter, and I went the extra mile by recording a Loom video to introduce myself. I tracked how many applications I sent, how many responses I received, and how many interviews I landed. This allowed me to adjust my strategy as needed and gave me a sense of accomplishment as I moved closer to my goal. I also made sure that my goal was realistic. I focused on roles that aligned with my current skills and experience level. I built confidence by working on personal projects, doing freelance gigs, and getting internships. This gave me the hands-on experience that I needed to land a full-time role, and I knew that the jobs I was applying for were within reach. And one of the most important aspects of this process was ensuring that the job I was targeting was relevant to my long-term goals. I wasn't just looking for any 9-to-5. My goal was to find a role that would give me the skills I could later transfer to my own business. I wanted to learn how the tech companies operate from the inside, know how products are built and scaled, and know how business decisions are actually made. I saw this job as a stepping stone to entrepreneurship, which made the work I put into each application even more special and meaningful. And finally, I gave myself a deadline. I wanted to land my full-time job within 3 months of applying. Having this time constraint pushed me to stay disciplined and consistent. It's easy to lose motivation when your goal feels open-ended, but giving myself a clear time frame, I knew exactly how long I had to achieve it. And it worked. Within that 3 months window, I landed my first six-figure role. The fact that I defined what I wanted, created a plan, and executed with focus was 99% of my success. And best of all, this SMART approach wasn't something I had read in a book or learned from someone else. It was something I developed organically by realizing what didn't work and figuring out how to fix it. Another thing that made a huge difference was improving my communication skills. And this is a big one. I quickly learned that communication is just as important, if not more important, than your technical skills in the workplace. If you can clearly explain your ideas, collaborate with others, and articulate your value, you'll go further than someone who's just great at coding. It was this same understanding that actually helped me climb the corporate ladder after landing my first job. I wasn't necessarily the best coder, but I was great at explaining my thought process, presenting ideas, and getting buy-in from managers and stakeholders. And that's something most engineers overlook. So if you're watching this and you want to get ahead, don't just focus on technical skills. Do yourself a favor and work on communication skills as well. And my business journey followed a very similar path, but it wasn't always smooth. In 2022, I struggled to get my business off the ground. Finding paying clients was tough, and I ended up doing a lot of work for free, hoping for referrals and testimonials. I figured that if I did enough free work, eventually people would start paying, right? But guess what? That didn't happen. I was burning through cash, working for free, and not seeing the return I expected. It was like making the same exact mistake I had made years earlier with job applications. Just throwing things at the wall and hoping something would stick. At some point, I had to take a step back and ask myself, Bago, why are you making the same mistake twice? I realized that, just like with my job search, I didn't have a clear plan for my business. That's when I decided to create a real plan. One that would make it unreasonable for me not to succeed. And the first step was to focus on a core offer, something that I knew I could deliver exceptionally well. Instead of trying to serve every client under the sun, I honed in on solving one specific problem for one specific group of people. And once I had my core offer, I put all my energy into perfecting that one core offer. I refined my sales pitch, improved my outreach strategy, and started charging what my services were worth. I stopped doing free work because I realized that undervaluing myself was costing me both time and money. And instead of trying to convince everyone to work with me, I only focused on attracting the right clients, the ones who actually needed exactly what I was offering. Another key factor was building relationships. I wasn't just selling services, I was building trust. I spent time understanding my clients' businesses, offering value beyond just the technical work that I was doing. And I was making sure that they saw me as a partner, not just a service provider on a payroll. This helped me increase my rates and also scale my business very quickly through referrals. And by the end of 2023, I had a steady stream of paying clients and my business began to grow exponentially. If there's anything you should take away from this video, it's a few key principles that can truly set you up for success. First, having a clear plan is essential. Whether you're trying to land a job or build a business, don't rely on hard work alone. You need to be intentional and strategic with your efforts. Second, communication skills are just as important, if not more, than technical ones. Being able to clearly explain your ideas and build relationships will take you further than the technical ability alone. Third, focus on one specific skill or offer instead of trying to do everything. Specializing will help you grow faster and position you as an expert in your field. And then you will be able to actually branch out and do whatever it is you want to do. Fourth, consistency is key. Small, deliberate actions over time are far more effective than sporadic bursts of energy. And finally, know your value. Don't undersell yourself or offer services for free if you are not worth that. When you understand your worth, others will too. And with these principles in mind, you'll be well on your way to achieving your goals. And if you want to learn how to start a business as a software engineer from A to Z, then you need to watch this video next. As always, thank you for watching and have a good one.